What's up, everyone? This is Sean Rampersad here with the Mortgage Group. I put together a cool video for you today that I think you're going to like a lot. It's the Edmonton Pros and Cons. If you know me, you know I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. So I'm just going to get right into it and let you know if Edmonton is a good place to live or not. And I'm going to give you some reasons that you should not move to Edmonton. Number one, we're going to start off with the pros. Number one pro is West Edmonton Mall. It's one of the biggest malls in the world. The shopping in Edmonton is fantastic, from low-end shopping all the way up to very, very high-end type of shopping, okay? We have one of the best river valleys in Canada, actually in North America for that matter. It's the longest stretch of river valley in North America. We've got tons of biking trails. If you're a biking enthusiast like I am, you'll find that we've got trails that go right through our river valley. It's absolutely stunning. We're considered the festival city, so we've got tons of festivals happening in Edmonton at all times. We've got winter festivals, we got summer massive concerts, multiple bands, cultural festivals, that type of thing. So in the summertime especially, you'll find that there's something to do every single day in Edmonton. We've got excellent schools here in Edmonton. We've got NAIT, which is a technology college. We've got MacEwan, which is a university. We've got Concordia College, which is also a university. And we've got the University of Alberta. So the schooling here in Edmonton is better than most provinces can possibly offer. We've got cheap real estate in Edmonton. Housing is cheap here. It's cheaper actually in Edmonton than it is in Calgary right now, and much cheaper than anywhere in Ontario or British Columbia. We've got major cultural diversity. There's just a ton of people in Edmonton, and for the most part, are very, very nice people. We've got some very high-end and safe areas like St. Albert, Glenora, Terwilliger, Windermere, and Edmonton. That you'd probably like a lot if you're moving to Edmonton. I'm going to do some other videos for you so you can find out which areas are the best to live in Edmonton. We've got great weather in the spring. We do have a pretty cold winter. It gets pretty bitter here, but for the most part, the weather is great. Our summers are fantastic, very little wind. Our spring and our falls are also very beautiful here in Edmonton. We've got lots of fishing and park areas in and around Edmonton. We've got lakes like Wobbleman Lake, which is a 30-minute drive from Edmonton. We've got ponds all over Edmonton where they stock fish, where you can go fishing as well. And of course, we've got the river that runs through Edmonton. Sport facilities. We've got massive sport facilities in Edmonton. This is the major pro for Edmonton. If you're a sport enthusiast, or if you're into Pilates or Muay Thai boxing or anything like that, Edmonton's a great place to learn. We've got a massive, loyal sport following in Edmonton. Of course, this is the city of the Edmonton Oilers. We've also got the Edmonton Elks football team. We've got a soccer team. We've got the Stingers basketball team. Edmonton is growing in this aspect, and Edmontonians love their sports. We've got 2 ski hills in Edmonton, believe it or not. Actually 3. One was temporarily shut down, but you can go skiing in Edmonton. It's not mountain skiing, that's for sure, but it's great for the kids and great for intermediate, beginner to intermediate level skiing. We've got great restaurants and nightlife. I talked about cultural diversity earlier. We've got every race in Edmonton here. They're opening restaurants. And the level the restaurants are at in Edmonton is very, very high. So you're going to find that the nightlife is great here too. If you like nightclubs and partying and lounges and that stuff, we've got them all over the place, okay? Not just in our downtown core. So I think you'll like that a lot. Transportation in Edmonton is simple and cheap, okay? That's another big pro. We've got tons of jobs in Edmonton. You need a job? We are one of the highest paying places in the country for the type of work that you do. And it doesn't matter what type of work you do. We've got white collar jobs. We've got blue collar jobs, trade jobs, you name it. Technology jobs. We've got tons of it here. and head offices are attracted to Edmonton because our lease rates are cheap, our tax rates are cheap, so all of this is beneficial to you. We are slower paced than most cities, you'll find, and it's an excellent feature of the city if you like to chill. Hiking, we've got tons of hiking through our trail system, so if you like to hike, Edmonton's a great place to be outdoors. We've got lots of classes like yoga classes, Pilates, boxing, that type of thing. We are LGBTQ friendly in Edmonton, and people love it, okay? Now, I'm going to get into the cons. If you haven't yet done it, can you please like and subscribe to the channel? It helps me create more content and lets me know that people are actually paying attention to these videos that I'm putting together. I am always putting out new videos and content about Edmonton and things to do here in Alberta, real estate stuff and mortgage related things. Now, let's talk about the cons of Edmonton. Number one con of Edmonton that I can't stand, it drives me insane, is there's too much road construction here, okay? We've got a short window of opportunity where we can actually do road construction, and of course that's in the spring, summer, fall. Mostly in the summer, so Edmonton gets congested. We have cheap home builders here. I don't know why, I don't know if this is like everywhere they have cheap home builders, but Edmonton has a lot of cheap home builders, okay? So ask me about the home builder you're dealing with if you're planning on buying in Edmonton, and I'll let you know if they're cheap or not. What I mean by cheap is they use crappy material and they do the bare minimum, okay? And that's not something you want if you're gonna be purchasing real estate. So talk to me before you do it. I'm not a real estate agent or anything like that, but I've been around Edmonton for a long time and I know who's good and who's not. Plus, you can get your mortgage from me, of course. We've got ice cold winters here. Edmonton has ice cold winters. It's freezing cold for a short period of time, and then it gets better and better. We take this time in my house to just like stick with the family. It's fantastic. There are some dangerous neighborhoods in Edmonton. Number one, 118th Ave. Number two, 107 Ave. Anywhere from 95th to 97th Street, stay out of there if you're looking for a really nice place to live or if you're a family person. Mill Woods can be dangerous in some areas as well. When I say dangerous, there's just more theft, there's more poverty, that type of thing. So don't prejudge. Every city has these things, but it is something to be aware of, okay? We have too many mosquitoes in the summertime in Edmonton. The city does not spray for mosquitoes a lot. They're trying to use other ways of mosquito control. So we've got a lot of mosquitoes here. We have no good beaches in Edmonton, okay? You have to go outside of Edmonton to get to anything that is remotely like a good beach. And you're talking 30 to 40 minute drive from Edmonton. We are a 4-hour distance from the mountains. So when you talk about Calgary versus Edmonton, Edmonton is much further from the mountains, so much further from the great hiking, much further that to the great nature, but it's still only 4 hours. Edmonton gets dusty in the spring, summer. That's because they're cleaning the streets and the dust is being picked up. Edmonton is also can be very smoky because of its relation to some of the areas where we had forest fires. So for the past 3 years, Edmonton has been pretty smoky in the summertime and springtime. We have a high crime level in Edmonton. It's higher than Calgary. For the people that are going to question me, you can go online and check it out. We do have a higher crime rate. It's mostly petty theft and stuff like that, but it is something to be aware of if you're planning on moving to Edmonton. We have expensive utility costs. This is actually across Alberta. Utilities are pretty expensive here in comparison to some other cities in Canada. Our weather is very dry, so it can be dry here in Edmonton, definitely. A lot of our lakes in Edmonton have blue-green algae. If you are a lake person, you'll know for sure what I'm talking about, but blue-green algae it comes a little bit later in the year. It causes die-off of a lot of the fish. It's not good for your skin. So most of our lakes have blue-green algae, so you don't want to swim in a lot of them. And our river is polluted, okay? The main river that's going through the city is highly polluted. It has a high fecal count, meaning that there's a lot of shit in that water, okay? So don't go swimming in our river, please. Don't put your pets in there either. I see people do this, it's nasty. If you do want to go swimming in the river, then you can go upstream, closer towards Devon, so for those people that are going to say, no, Sean, yeah, that definitely not in the city area. You don't want to swim in our river. Listen, guys, my name is Sean Rampersad. I want to thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you need a mortgage, I am the easiest way to get approved for a mortgage in Canada. The absolute easiest way. Please call me anytime with any mortgage related questions you have. Have a great day.
Wasn't getting over you.